Gordon Van Dyke, producer on Battlefield Bad Company 2 for Dice.
Давай наверх! Остальные за мной! Смотрите в оба! Докладывайте. Что видно?
Вижу легкий танк и около 6 янки.
Принято. Оставайся на месте. Готовим первый. Цель помечена. Отлично. По моей команде.
Так точно.
Готов.
На позиции.
Работай по цели.
Давай! Ударите!
I'd say the main change is that the engine that we're working on has matured, and we had a stable build or a stable platform from day one. So that really reflects in the overall polish that the game has. So you're going to see a huge level of detail that you might not have seen in Bad Company 1, and you're going to see much richer animations. The personalities of the characters are much stronger, and just an overall tone of something that feels really next gen. So Destruction 2.0 is kind of takes you to the next iteration of destruction in the Frostbite engine. So what that's going to give you is macro destruction, and then also down to micro destruction, because that both are really important. So now you can collapse entire buildings, which you couldn't do that in Bad Company 1. So you have this new strategy because you can use that to your advantage. You can take entire squads that are hiding and camping out in a building. You can take it down upon them. You can have objectives in there and you can destroy those as well. And then we have micro destruction, so when you're hiding behind cover, that cover slowly gets chipped away or destroyed from right underneath you and right in front of you, and you have to be really quick on your toes. So it's really amazing. I think that every iteration of a Frostbite game that you see is going to take that experience and expand it. What we just need to be is really smart about it, because we incorporate destruction is not just, it's not a pretty feature to brag about. It's actually something that we incorporate into the gameplay. So it has a huge impact on how you play the game and what you're doing within the game as well. A really cool new thing that we're doing with vehicles for the online aspect is you're going to get vehicle customization. You'll have one option that you could select as you unlock them to kind of improve your vehicle experience. So you could increase your armor a bit, you can add radar, a short distance radar around your vehicle, or you could get smoke grenades, or you can add the coaxial gun to your vehicle so you have alternate fire. You're going to have a variety of more vehicles. So they're one of the things that we put in the UH-60. So you're going to be in there with a couple, rail gunners and, kind of lighten up the terrain a little bit and making a lot of people run and duck for cover.
Sweetwater, Haggard.
It's going to be the same crew, but you're going to notice that the story, everything's matured. Not only our engine and but the B team. The B squad is matured as well. They had their first adventure. So, the objective overall scope of the story is going to be more serious, but we're maintaining, it's going to be the same guys, so the personality is still going to be there. It's definitely a huge factor. And I think we treat both equally as serious. I mean, because like you said, we have such a strong history of multiplayer that we can't slip on that. We need to make sure that we are the best at delivering that huge vehicle warfare battlefield experience. But we definitely are getting better and better since it is new. Every time you pick up one of our single player games, no matter which one it is, even if it's not a Battlefield single player game out of Dice, you're going to feel that we're maturing, and then that you're just going to love the stories. And we want to just make sure that every time somebody plays one of our single player games, that they feel like they've just taken part in a huge adventure. I believe it's a really strong element on console. People really enjoy that, and there's a lot of people, that don't really want to play online, and they want that really cool story, and that's what they play games for. I think that market, and I could be wrong, but that market is much stronger on console, and so we really wanted to make sure we delivered all the experiences that people would want that had a console. On PC, multiplayer guys, those guys are all about the competition, and they're really, really passionate about that. And so we want to make sure that we keep that element, and as well as the Bad Company 2 PC version that's come out, we want to keep true to that element as well. And maybe slowly introduce that to other ones. But single player definitely is an important factor. So it's going to be 24 players online, and we're going to have 4 game modes this time at launch. So you're going to have a much bigger variety. We're also going to have private matches. This is for the console guys. They're going to have private matches where they can set up competitions with other teams of guys and really prove who's the best on the battlefield. Well, it's going to be Conquest, which is a classic battlefield that a lot of players are familiar with, where you have flag locations and you want to control those points. Then we have the Rush game mode, which is objective-based, where you push through in a kind of like aligned path, and you push through and you capture these locations or you defend these locations to win. And then we have 2 new game modes that we're not revealing all the details about, but I can let you know that it's going to be really, really focused on squad play. And in my opinion, as somebody who's been in the industry for quite a while now and played these types of games for a long time, since 2000, I feel that these 2 new game modes can revolutionize online play. What we can really get a lot of feedback is balance in the use of the weapons, and our players are so clever. These guys that play these games, they find a lot of things that we didn't realize could be done with things. They combine it in such a way that they create these unique situations that maybe a majority of them think maybe that is a little bit outside of the scope of how we would like it to play. And we'll be able to make changes on those, and also really work on the network and the netcode and make sure that they're going to have the smoothest possible experience, because everybody on our game is going to play on dedicated servers. Even if you're playing on a console or you're playing on PC, you're playing on dedicated servers, so you're going to get the best experience possible. For us, we take it really seriously. It's not just something to get out there and to help market the game, but it is to assure that our engine is running up to the expectations that we had. And there's just certain things that no matter how much you test it, that you would never find in the way when you have hundreds of thousands of people playing your game. There's no way to simulate that. And so I think that with how many people have access to the internet and how many people play the online games, that it's definitely an essential tool for people who want to deliver the strongest multiplayer game possible for their game. There's no particular reason. It was more about logistics and timing in the development of our project, and it just fit right, and we were able to get it out on the PlayStation 3. And and when we were thinking in hindsight, we wanted to do everything to get on the Xbox as well, but we did it for the first Bad Company. The Xbox had the beta, only had the beta, so now we're giving the PS3 guys a chance. And there's also going to be a beta for the PC as well coming out, but there's going to be a demo for all of them, so everybody's going to get a chance to try it out, so everybody should be happy. I know if you have a 360, sorry, but you'll still get a chance to play it. It's going to be out March 2nd, 2010, and March 5th in Europe, 2010.